See them all the time.
Yeah. I'm here to bring up 3 subjects. I think I could do it within the 3 minutes, but if I need a little more time.
One each.
One at a time?
A minute each.
A minute each, okay. First item, Doyle Street Greenway Extension. I'm here to bring to your attention the frustration about the length of time it's taken to get the Greenway finished up. It's been at least 2 years since the actual project was begun to do the restoration of the soil and remediation, and it began first with the excavation. And now it's my understanding, I've been in close contact with Maurice, he's provided me with as much information as he has, that the site has been cleared by the Alameda County Water Board, which I imagine was the agency that had to give clearance to it. So the site has been sitting open and in the excavated position situation for about 2 years. It's about 3 feet below grade. I own and manage a building at 59th and Doyle. The individual that had to do the cleanup placed all the contaminated soil around the site. It was right up against the building, and we had to endure that for at least a year until he got clearance and off-hauled the contaminated soil. Maurice gave me the updates on that, and my last communication was that Maurice had expected construction to begin in mid-September, and that plans were being finalized with Wareham, who is responsible for doing most of the work to improve the project. We're coming on the winter season again, and the city has been pumping the site out as it fills up with water. The asphalt is caving in. The fence is not withstanding much of the grade change there, and that's leaning over. So I would like the council to try and put some pressure on the process here to get this thing finished up. And like I said, I talked to Maurice. He gives me updates, but I don't believe that there's enough pressure on the responsible party to get their plans approved and finished and get going on this. And I would hate to see it go through another winter of being a public blight and basically a nuisance. My next subject, any questions?
No, speak.
Comments?
You only have 3 minutes, so.
Okay, my next subject is the Crematorium. I own another property on 1421 Park that is a adjacent neighbor of the Crematorium. There's an ongoing issue of emissions, dust, and noise from the Crematorium. I had previously communicated with Charlie Bryan on this. This was a couple of years ago, and he directed me to the Bay Area Air Quality Control.
I'm sorry, that's your time limit.
Okay, can I get up for another subject?
No, sir. You have 3 minutes and on this item, so.
Speak at the next meeting.
But you can get up at the next
We
meeting.
have another
Yeah, we have
open.
another meeting. You
Yeah,
can finish
at this
the
time.
next public comment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You just have to wait around a
Just
little bit.
wait a few minutes.
A minute and a half each. The Crematorium. There's an ongoing issue of emissions, dust, and noise. I had previously communicated with Charlie Bryan on this, and he directed me to the Bay Area Air Quality Control Board. Charlie informed me his only control was if the crematorium applied for a new building permit, and with the exception of hours of operation, he couldn't do anything. The Bay Area Air Quality Control was of no help. Charlie said if hours of operation were an issue, the police needed to be contacted and a complaint filed. There is continuous breach of hours of operation. There's also a lot of emissions, dust, and debris that come off the crematorium. What can the city do to help enforce a clean and safe environment? The emissions are certainly questionable, and why should residents bear the burden of determining the safety of the emissions? Next subject, Doyle Powell Street parking. The Elevation 22 water repair project and the Archstone Apartments construction projects have taken up the majority of street parking in the neighborhood. There's virtually no off-street parking provided by these projects. Elevation 22 has guest parking. Why isn't there construction trailer and porta potty parked on site and not taking up limited street parking? Why didn't the city require Archstone to provide some on-site parking for the construction workers? The existing residents and businesses are bearing the burden of poor planning. What can be done to alleviate this issue? Additionally, the temporary construction fence around the Archstone project impedes visual crossing at the intersection, as well as the permanent planting at the elevation 22 corner of Doyle and Powell Street. Staff seems to be aware of this, but I don't know what they can do. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Michael Bradley. I'm a 22-year business resident of the city, and I am in Ron's building, and my entrance is right on the Greenway, and have listened to the legal ramifications of taking over the property. And it's been, 4 years, it seems like, but 2 years of actual construction and dirt dumped in front of my door, left there, sat for 3-4 months. Now I see a fence that's growing weeds, that's falling over into the hole. Every time it rains, it has to be pumped out. So it's like, it's like this property's becoming dilapidated because of the city and the building owner that is supposed to build this have been fighting back and forth and back and forth. I would just like to see something done in this location. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Lovely.